This is proper gardening. Oh. What I've got here is a peony that I dug up the rootstock from another garden, and I kept it contained in this pot, just in the greenhouse, and I've managed to keep it out in the spring. As you can see, it's got new life, which is fantastic. Now, it's not going to flower the first year because they get a little bit antsy and stressy, and when they're divided and moved up, they take about 2-3 years. So I'll leave this in the ground. But remember, keep your rootstock about an inch or two below the soil level to really encourage it to flower. That little bit of cold there, the stress helps massively. I've also managed to grow some ranunculus from seed as well, and these look absolutely stunning. And if you're wondering why I'm sticking to my normal garden presenter route as opposed to doing something today in the garden, it's because I'm avoiding the very obvious, which is tidying that greenhouse. I just don't think people are going to want to watch me tidy a greenhouse. It's not. Fine, I'll do it, but I'm only doing it because my knees hurt, because I've been kneeling down for this shot. I'm too tall for it. Now, I'm sure you probably remember this was destroyed a few weeks ago, and I was kind of hoping that someone else would clear this up, but it turns out that when you run your show by yourself, you have to do all the hard work as well. So yeah, good news and bad news. The good news is we'll get rid of this today and we'll prepare a base maybe for the next greenhouse, which is quite exciting. In fact, I think that's arriving in about 3 weeks' time. So I probably should crack on. The bad news is I don't have any tools with me. I accidentally left them all in the workshop, and all I have is my trusty Leatherman. Wish me luck. With my Leatherman in hand, I decide to chop up the polytunnel bit by bit, but this was proving a little bit tedious. And hadn't accounted for the fact it's also rained recently. Oh, that was water. That was water. I'm wet. As retaliation, I decide to create drainage holes. Violently. Okay, let's make some drainage holes. There we go. Oh my god, that's... I thought I was going to be able to rip that. Okay, it doesn't rip. Back to the knife. It then occurred to me that randomly slicing this was not as effective as I thought, so I resorted to plan B. Maybe instead of like hacking it to death, if I just cut around the perimeter, it would just come off. Wish I thought of that earlier. Having seen the error of my ways, I try my new method, and this is proving a lot more successful. Haha! Now we're cooking with gas. Ugh. It just cuts, so hopefully it should just... Underneath the freshly peeled greenhouse was all the mess, and a new idea. I'm going to level with you. It feels a little bit wasteful getting rid of all these... How about that? It feels a little bit wasteful throwing away this perfectly good polytunnel. Now, I know it's in bits and it collapsed, but actually, I reckon we could do something with this. I mean, let's face it, a polytunnel is just a series of hoops, and if I connect this together, maybe I could make some kind of a really cool tunnel, maybe with sweet peas or some kind of climber. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decent sized hoops, and well, I've got some legs as well, because let's face it, the polytunnel was a little taller than this, and even bits in the middle to connect them to the top. So yeah, we can make a tunnel with this. How exciting is that? I've gotten myself all excited now. Oh, I can't wait to see how it looks. Spurred on by my new idea, it seems I've created a new distraction from tidying up the greenhouse. Now, I've got the North Garden design up on the screen here, and I think there's a couple potential places where we can put our new tunnel idea. First of all, I have this big path that's going all the way down here to, well, for absolutely nothing. And we haven't really made a feature of it, so maybe we could put it here. I did debate on putting it in the planters, but I feel like that's going to kind of ruin the effect, especially when all the plants are in. So I think we're going to put it there. Now, what you can see here is I've managed to copy my little hoops up and put them in the area of the garden. And I think that sits quite nicely, especially when there's foliage growing around it. In fact, it'll be quite cool. It helps divide the garden up a little bit more, which when breaking a garden into sections makes it much easier to work with. But I've got myself a little bit of a problem because I wanted to do this with sweet peas. And the best thing you want to do with a sweet pea tunnel is have kind of a north to south so that it gets morning sun and afternoon sun. And that way then everything will grow evenly. But because I've got this going from east to west, that means that it's going to get all the sun along the front here, but not really much at the back, which poses a problem. On top of that, you have to remember there's a whole house here, and whilst the garden is on a hill, it's still got what's known as partial shade. So it's not going to have much sun for something like sweet peas, and even clematis too. So now I have to look at a partially shaded loving plant. And there's a couple really good options for you. So first of all, we could do honeysuckle, which would have a really nice fragrance to it, so that could work quite well. Or we could go for a climbing hydrangea. Both of those don't mind partial shade, and as a result, this will then fully grow and look fantastic, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure this is fully submersive. But at the same time, I also need it to grow ready in time for August. Quite a pickle. Now, I've done a little bit of research and I found the perfect climate for my tunnel, and it's this, which is the Honeysuckle Gold Flame. It's got these absolutely gorgeous pinky orangey flowers, it's fast growing, and it doesn't mind partial shade. And because it's semi-evergreen, it means it's also quite nice foliage in the winter too. So this could work quite nicely. Now, there are some pros and cons to this. The pros are exactly everything I've just said. It's fast growing, it's got flowers, it's slightly scented. I can't really see there being any much of an issue. The downside is the only person I know who sells this is Mark. Only I could design a tunnel with a plant needed by the one man who doesn't enjoy my company. I might have to give this a little while until I see him again. So let's focus on some planting instead. Okay, it's nice to actually get around to doing some planting and getting some jobs done. Look at that, it's gorgeous. It's a camellia, acid-loving plant as well, so ericaceous soil is absolutely crucial. See, this to me is what gardening is all about. My moment of true gardening is suddenly interrupted by my wife and the coolest baby I've ever seen.
Hiya.
Hello, look at you in your cool glasses. What are you doing? What do you think of Daddy's camellia? Isn't it?
Yeah, very nice, but have you seen my dad yet?
No, when am I supposed to go see him?
Today.
Oh. Well, whereabouts is he?
He's in the Norfolk Broads.
That's like 3 hours away. Just wanted to tend to my plants. Plants and family time had to wait because now I've got a long drive ahead of me. Fine. Okay, well, it looks like plant time's over. I'm off to the Norfolk Broads. I'm not sure if it's going to be daylight by the time I get there. Whilst driving, it occurred to me that I never actually asked what on earth I needed to be designing, so it was all a bit of a surprise. I'm not entirely sure what Beth's dad's got in store for me. If you've noticed, historically, with everyone that seems to ask me for something, they give me absolutely little to no detail until I actually arrive. The address that Beth's given me is a road, and that's literally it. So it's either a house so big it has its own road, or something else. 3 hours later, I found out exactly what I'd gotten myself into. It looks like a pub. Funnily enough, it was actually a pub. With quite a big pub garden, I have a feeling I know what I've got myself into. Right. Suppose I just let myself in. Just a little break and entry before meeting the father-in-law. Hello, hello.
How you doing? You
I'm
okay?
all right. Oh, wow. So, this is it?
This is it.
Right. Big. Right, so tell me, what needs doing here?
Everything. So we've got this gorgeous pub on the Norfolk Broads.
Yep.
Acquired it recently. Want to turn it into a real destination venue.
Yep.
Beside the water.
Right, no pressure. So what's this over here?
This is Malton Vinegar, which is going to be our fish and chip shop.
That's exciting. Are you going to fit it all in there?
Fingers crossed.
A lovely pub project sounds like fun, but it sounds like there's going to be a catch. Right, be real with me here. How long have we got until this place is open?
It's a short deadline. We've got 4 weeks.
Okay. Now, I may look calm in this shot, but what I'm actually thinking is, oh my god, I've got 4 weeks to design and build a garden ready for opening and people are going to attend it. Oh my god, what am I going to do? Anyway, I said yes. Well, it sounds like I've got my work cut out for me then.
Well, Beth said you had enough time.
Yeah, I bet she did. Well, looks like I'm taking on a pub garden. Anyone fancy joining me on opening night for a sleepless celebration? Well, I wasn't expecting it to be a pub garden. That's caught me off guard. And having 4 weeks to effectively design, build, and open, that's a bigger challenge. Yeah. Luckily, I have 3 hours to ponder this problem, but tomorrow I'm going to wake up fresh and carry on with my planting. Okay, right, we're back in the garden. We're going to be doing some actual plant stuff. I've got myself an azalea, which is an acid-loving plant, which,
You've forgotten something.
What?
You need to go to the NEC
What do you mean I've got to go to the NEC?
for a briefing about your show garden.
Well, surely it's just going to show me a piece of concrete and some health and safety things. Do I have to go to that? Well, when is that?
It's today.
Today? I just want to look at plants. 2 hours later, I was at a health and safety briefing and I was looking at a concrete pad. To make matters worse, we then had an influx of orders for oak framing. And we had one address that was a complete different way, so we had to take unorthodox measures.
Everything about this drive is stupid.
Things were getting busy, and it wasn't even gardening season yet. If I wanted to see those plants, I was going to need some help.
When you get a chance, the bins need emptying.